protesting from morning, and now they were trying to march towards the Raj Bhavan, and the Chennai City Police have now arrested every single one of them. The arrest is still continuing. They are trying to arrest every single person out of this protest party who participated in this protest, and you can see that the party cadres, men, women, including the party president Tirumala is being taken out. Now we are also in Saidapet at this location where the protest is happening. We are also able to see that this protest is going on in a very big manner. You can see that all these people are getting we can see that this is a huge issue that is going on. There is a push and pull between the Chennai City Police and the VCK protesters. Their leader Tirumala is being arrested and taken for detention, and more than 1,000 people participated in this protest, and all of them are being arrested. The Chennai City Police are bringing maximum number of buses and police protection so that they can arrest everybody, every single one of them. And since the VCK party is an alliance party of the DMK government, it is notable that the DMK government is also in support of this protest. We also saw leaders from CPI, CPIM, Congress, every single alliance party of the DMK government participating in this protest. And now we saw what kind of a ruckus that took place here. There was a huge push and pull and scuffle between the police and the cadres, and they are now being arrested and taken for detention. Therefore, this whole area in Little Mountain, Saidapet is now filled with the cadres of the VCK party, and every single one of them is being arrested and taken for detention. And this is exactly because of the showdown that happened in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly. Yesterday, we saw a DMK delegation moving to Delhi, handing over a letter from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu to the President of India, Draupadi Murmu. And today, the Tamil Nadu Governor, R.N. Ravi, has also moved to Delhi. He's gone to Delhi, and there is an expectation that he will either meet the President, Draupadi Murmu, or with the Home Minister, Amit Shah, regarding the same issue that is going on. So the governor versus government tussle that has been going on for months has now reached a new high. It has gone out of hands. It has moved out of the state, and the only way to put a stop to this would be the centre intervening in this matter and coming up with a solution to this whole issue. Therefore, it is expected that either the Home Minister or the President will take some sort of an action regarding this issue and come up with a solution so that this, this extremely, big issue that is currently going on between the governor and the government in the state will be put to an end, and the people can also, continue with their livelihoods peacefully rather than focusing on this political drama that is unfolding in the state.
Varshini, stay with us. So Varshini, they're reporting live from that location where you can see a show of strength by the VCK workers, the cadres. And as we can see how several of those VCK workers are also being detained by the state police as we speak. From the situation, you can see how it's yet another escalation in terms of the face-off between the governor and the Tamil Nadu government. Varshini reporting live and getting us all those updates. Varshini, if you can put this into context for us, why is the DMK, the VCK demanding, calling for the ouster of the Tamil Nadu governor, and also when can we expect that meet to happen of that governor, of the Tamil Nadu governor meeting the president?
Well, Samiksha, to answer to your first question about why exactly this demand is going on, because Tamil Nadu has been seeing Dravidian politics for the over the past 50 years, and Dravidian parties, be it DMK or ADMK, both the Dravidian parties have been the ruling government for more than 6 years. Recently, last month, the governor made a speech and he even spoke about how the Dravidian politics has taken the state backwards, and the last 50 years was nothing but damage was done by the Dravidian parties to the state. And this was the main trigger for these Dravidian parties, which made them, furious about the governor's speech. There have been many instances in the past as well where the governor has spoken about a lot of issues, including language, including the Dravidian politics, but Dravidian model government, but this time around it was a direct remark, direct hit on the Dravidian parties in the state, and that is why the Dravidian parties are upset with the governor, and they have been constantly saying that the governor is trying to run a parallel government in the state and not be a mere spectator of the issue, but he's also running a parallel government. He wants to enforce a lot of RSS ideologies into the state government where Dravidian politics has been going on for 50 plus years, and this is why this issue started. And now after the assembly's showdown, this has now escalated to a new high where we are able to see how the protests are happening on one side. A resolution was passed in the assembly, a letter has been handed over to the president and the governor. About the governor's visit, he's gone on a 2-day visit to New Delhi. He's left today, earlier today, and there is an expectation, as I mentioned, that he would either meet with the president if at all he gets an appointment, or he will be meeting with the Home Minister Amit Shah. Therefore, either of these meetings will definitely happen in his 2-day visit to New Delhi, and this is going to be very crucial after the Chief Minister's letter has been handed over to the President. And in the letter, the Chief Minister has clearly mentioned about all the detailed information on what happened in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. You can see the way the VCK cadres are protesting. They are doing a road roko since they were not able to reach until the governor's residence in Raj Bhavan. They are doing a road roko in the place where the protest happened, but still arrest is happening. The police are arresting all the cadres and taking even every single one of them, be it men, women or any VCK functionary. They're all being taken away for detention. Therefore, to answer your question and about the protest today, to put everything in one perspective, this all started with the governor's remarks and the government issue, which started off lightly, and after continuous remarks and criticizing from the governor about the Dravidian model government and the Dravidian politics, now after the showdown in the assembly, it has gone to an extremely new high where other than center intervening, there would be no other way to put an end to this.
Alright, we'll have to leave it at that. I'm sorry, I'll have to interrupt you. We'll have to slip into a very short break. But Varshini, they're reporting live from outside the Raj Bhavan, where the VCK workers are staging a protest against the governor and several of them who have also been detained by the state police. A very short break coming up. On the other side, we'll get you the latest on the Delhi hit and run case, as the Delhi police likely to add murder charge in the case. And Pramod Muthalik calls for arms, says slogans not enough, need to pick up swords.
Step into luxury, where grace blends with grandeur and design blends with innovation. As your stress is washed away and you're transported in the lap of luxury. Cure European bath lounges. Let time wait.
Republic TV did a week-long investigation into the operations of the Khalistani movement here in Britain.
Armed struggle is the only way. Investing in armed struggle and destabilizing India, how they've been operating for the last 30 years.
Was in contain 100 guys.
100 ISIS guys.
100 ISIS guys. Even I don't remember.
What was your route? Route option क्या था?
पहला था सीधा बोला टर्की से वहाँ.
We don't preach journalism. We practice it.
Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Triat area of the Rajouri district. The incident has been reported on 11th of January, after which on 12th, that is yesterday, the Tehsildar wrote to the Superintendent of Police Rajouri as well as the other senior officials, and the complaint is according to the incident that has unfolded inside the premises of the Tehsildar office in the Triat area of Kalakot subdivision in the Rajouri district. Now, a notice has also been served to the accused. who has been identified as Muzaffar Hussain and who is a National Conference leader. Now 7 days time has been given to him to put his side, otherwise legal action will be initiated. While on the other hand, the accused is saying that he has not done anything such. The Tahsildar says that when he started recording the video, the protesters, those who were raising pro-Pakistan slogans, escaped from the spot, and now the investigation part will be done by the police. With Sarjeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
இத்திட்டத்தை நிறைவேற்றி தருவதற்கு
Made it clear that what has happened in the last 12 days.
Top headlines at 2 p.m. Amit Shah in Jammu likely to meet victims of terror in Rajouri. Big development in Anjali death case. Delhi police likely to add murder charge in the Delhi hit and run case. ISRO releases satellite images on Joshimath crisis, gives evidence of 5.4 centimeters land subsidence in just 12 days. Bomb explodes inside a house in Kerala's Kannur. Police suspect presence of more bombs. Pramod Muthalik gives calls for arms, says slogans not enough, need to pick up swords. Ahead of 2024 opening, Republic gets inside access to Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. And it's yet another escalation in the governor versus government face-off in Tamil Nadu. The visuals, they're dramatic visuals that are coming in from outside the Raj Bhavan, where you can see the VCK workers who've been staging a protest against the Tamil Nadu governor. Several of those VCK workers who are being detained by the state police as we speak. Varshini, they're at the location getting us all those details and live updates. Varshini, over to you. Take us through the scenes you're seeing around you and take us to the latest you're picking up. Varshini, if you can hear us, take us through the latest that you're picking up. The visuals we can see, of course, of those several of those VCK leaders who are being detained as we speak.
Yes, Amit Shah, as we speak, every single one of the VCK parties, cadres, leaders, functionaries, every single person is being arrested and taken away for detention. You can see the kind of number of police personnel even deployed in this area where the protest took place. Every last one of them is being arrested and taken away for detention. The party's president, Tol Tirumavalavan, has already been taken under detention, and now every single one of them is being taken. This is probably the last bus where every single VCK cadre is being taken, because though it started off as a peaceful protest, towards the end it became a little violent when the VCK cadres along with their leader tried to make a protest march towards the Raj Bhavan, and since this road is beyond permit for people to protest near the Raj Bhavan, the police had to arrest them, and that is why this detention action has been taken against the protesters. And the police is also trying to make sure that they are able to arrest every single one of them. And there was this kind of a scuffle between the police and the VCK cadres that also took place. You can see that this entire road has been blocked. There is no vehicle transportation in this road just because of this massive protest that took place. Vehicles are being rerouted in the other roads so that they will be able to make sure that people do not have any commuting problem. And there is more than 200 of police officials who have been deployed here to make sure that the law and order is not damaged. And since the law and order issue in the assembly has been repetitively being taken up by the opposition party, this is also an effort by the DMK government to make sure that this is not, their fingers are not being pointed at them. But at the same time, it is notable that the VCK party and the DMK party are in alliance with each other, and this protest has been entirely supported by the DMK party, and this is also an effort to make sure that the allied parties are taking up the front to protest in the state rather than the DMK party themselves. But the DMK has also submitted a letter to the president that we also saw about, and therefore this new high that this governor versus government tussle has reached is definitely out of hands now that it has moved out of the state. The center intervening in this matter is the only option left to put an end to this kind of drama, be it political or even civic drama that is unfolding in the state. The only option left is for the center to enter into this matter, intervene and come up with a solution so that the people and the state can be in peace moving forward.
Yes, Varshini, also, talk to us about this Pongal event that was hosted by the governor, which was skipped by the Tamil Nadu government. Was it another tipping point when it comes to that face-off between the governor and the government?
Absolutely, yes, Samiksha. The Pongal event that happened yesterday in the Raj Bhavan premises, the governor had put out invitations, sent out invitations to every single party and all the important leaders from the DMK government as well. But the DMK government, the DMK party entirely skipped it, including its alliance parties, VCK, CPI, CPM, every single party skipped it because of the ongoing tussle between the government and the government. Remember last year, similarly, there was a similar situation when the governor invited for a tea party, and yet again there was a smaller issue going on back then, and the DMK and its alliance parties skipped that event as well. But last time around, the invitation said that he is a Tamil Nadu governor, but this time around the invitation itself said that he was Tamilagam governor R.N. Ravi. Therefore, it just added fuel to the fire that is already burning in the state regarding the governor's autonomy and powers that he is acting in the state with. Therefore, the ruling government and their alliance parties were not happy with it, and they skipped the event yesterday. But rather, surprisingly, the AIADMK party attended the governor's Pongal event yesterday. In fact, when the governor speaks about Dravidian politics and Dravidian kind of government that is happening in the state for the past 50 years, it obviously includes the AIADMK party as well. But they attended the governor's event yesterday, and they were even OPS and EPS together were seen at the party, though they did not come in together. They both were present at the party, and it was an event that successfully happened without the presence of the ruling government or any representatives from the DMK party.
Yes, stay with us, Varshini. So just to take our viewers through the latest that we are picking up, the visuals there on your screens of the VCK cadres who are staging a protest against the Tamil Nadu governor in Chennai. Varshini, of course, continues to be with us. Varshini, yesterday we also saw those visuals that came in of the DMK delegation meeting President Draupadi Murmu and submitting that memorandum against the governor. Take us through those finer details of that memorandum that was submitted against the Tamil Nadu governor.
Absolutely, yes, Samiksha. Yesterday, a 5-member delegation from the DMK party, including the DMK's Law Minister Raghupati and MPs including Wilson and NR Ilangu and MP TR Balu, also visited the Rashtrapati Bhavan. They had gone there to meet with the President of India, Draupadi Murmu. They had presented to her a closed letter from the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, signed by him, written by him, and this letter's details, a gist of this letter was given to us, and this gist tells us about how the Chief Minister has explained in detail every single thing that happened in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly on 9th earlier this month. And we know what happened in the Tamil Nadu State Assembly, as we were, Republic was constantly giving updates about what went down there, and initially it started with the governor skipping a few important words and names of the leaders, of prominent leaders of Tamil Nadu who are still being followed, and also the words such as Dravidam model, social equality, social justice. All these words were omitted by the governor. Since a governor's speech is prepared by the state government and is given to the governor in advance so that he can approve it, it cannot be changed on the day of assembly, and according to the rules of the assembly, the governor had omitted certain parts of the speech which made the parties, Dravidian parties in particular, extremely unhappy in the state assembly. And only after that did the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin come up with an immediate resolution, and in that resolution he mentioned about how they are relaxing the Assembly Rule 17 and they are going to only consider the prepared speech and not the altered speech by the governor. This made the Tamil Nadu governor extremely furious. He walked out of the assembly right when the chief minister was speaking, and this was the issue that entirely happened. And the chief minister has mentioned every single detail about this on his letter to the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, and he's also mentioned about how there has to be action taken against the governor. It can either be recalling of the governor or also trying to ensure him that these kind of actions would not be appreciated in a state like Tamil Nadu. It can be any action or any reaction from the President of India, but the DMK government is asking for some sort of an intervention in this matter, so the issues that are currently ongoing in the state can be settled off, and the state government and the people can continue to live in peace in the state.
Yes, Varshini, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So, Varshini getting us the latest from that protest site in Chennai where the VCK cadres are staging a protest completely up in arms against the Tamil Nadu governor.
A major accident took place on the Sinnar-Shirdi highway wherein a bus carrying 50 passengers collided with a truck, following which more than 10 people are reported dead, whereas more than 30 people are reported injured. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has in fact ordered an inquiry in this collision. Apart from that, the Maharashtra government has also announced 5 lakh rupees of financial aid to the kins of those who are dead, whereas the Maharashtra government will be taking care of the medical expenses of the people who are injured in this accident. The incident happened today in the morning at around 6 a.m. The bus was in fact crossing the Sinnar-Shirdi road at the Patre Gaon lane. Reporting from Mumbai with video journalist Kanti Sandeep Singh for Republic TV.
And moving on to other big story that is coming in from J&K, where Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Jammu, currently chairing a security meet as we speak. In fact, later in the day, Shah is also expected to visit Rajouri district to review the ground situation. This, of course, days after twin terror attacks left 7 people dead in Rajouri. In fact, the Home Minister will also be visiting the spot where the terror attacks happened and meet the family members of civilians who were killed in this terror attack. So the visuals right now that are coming in of Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Rajouri, in fact in J&K as we speak. Gursimran, of course, reporting live from Rajouri where the terror attack happened a few days back. Amit, beg your pardon, Gursimran, to begin with, take us to the itinerary of Amit Shah for the day in J&K.
See, Union Home Minister has landed at around 12:30 in Jammu, and he was scheduled to travel here to the Dangri village, but due to inclement weather conditions, especially that are prevailing in Jammu, he could not come here. And right now he's chairing a high-level meeting in Jammu. To know more about his visit, I'm joined by the BJP General Secretary Vibodh Gupta. Vibodh ji, गृह मंत्री ने यहाँ पर आना था, नहीं आ पाए हैं. अब क्या दोबारा से कोशिश की जाएगी, क्या प्लान रहेगा?
देखिए, पहले मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि माननीय गृह मंत्री जी अमित शाह जी का यहाँ पर आना और उसके बाद वेदर के कारण रुक जाना, ये हम लोगों के लिए एक, मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि मौसम की तरफ से, ईश्वर की तरफ से यहाँ उनका आना नहीं लिखा था. लेकिन जम्मू वो उतरे और जम्मू से मौसम ख़राब होने की वजह से बार बार पायलट जो है उसने प्रयास किया, लेकिन वो नहीं आ पाए. मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा, राजौरी और पुंछ के जो लोग हैं वो भाईचारे के साथ रह रहे हैं. पाकिस्तान ने जो आतंकवादी घटना उनके आतंकवादियों ने यहाँ घटी और उसमें 7 लोग हमारे शहीद हो गए डांगरी के अंदर, उससे कोई बड़ी हम ये कहेंगे कि एक खौफ वाली बात है, ऐसा बिल्कुल बिल्कुल नहीं है, क्योंकि माननीय गृह मंत्री जी पर्सनली इसको देख रहे हैं। उसी दिन शाम को NIA की टीम आ गई थी। यहाँ पर 18 कंपनियाँ राजौरी पुंछ में CRPF की आ चुकी हैं। BSF जो है 10 कंपनियाँ आ रही हैं। VDCs को मजबूत किया जा रहा है, उनको मॉडर्न वेपन्स जो हैं वो दिए जा रहे हैं।
अब क्या अमित शाह जी से उनसे बात करवाई जाएगी इन विक्टिम परिवारों की?
हाँ, लगता तो अब यही है कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लोग यहाँ पर हैं, डिवकाम यहाँ पर हैं, जो यहाँ पर विक्टिम्स हैं उनके परिवार जो यहाँ पर हैं, शहीद लोगों के जो परिवार हैं, सीधे तौर पर उनकी वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस से जो है या टेलीफोनिकली उनसे उनकी बात की जाएगी और माननीय अमित शाह जी जो अपना संदेश वो उनको देंगे और उनके दुख दर्द में शरीक होंगे।
So this was BJP General Secretary Vibhor Gupta who is saying that what it seems as of now that Union Home Minister might not be able to come here due to the inclement weather conditions that are prevailing, and there is a high possibility that now the family members will interact with the Union Home Minister using the video conferencing or via phone call so that they can share their views with the Union Home Minister, and Union Home Minister will be giving the assurance to the family that the perpetrators will be neutralized very soon. Samiksha.
Yes, Gursimran, stay with us. You know, you're reporting live from Rajouri where the attack took place. In fact, once again, if you can take us through how exactly did it happen, the accused in this case, and you've been speaking to the deceased family also. What are their demands at this point?
See, right now we are in the Dangri village. This is the same village where this unfortunate incident has transpired on the 1st of January, followed by an IED attack that happened on the 2nd of January. This is the same house that was the first target of those terrorists who carried out this brutal act of terror on the 1st of January. Two terrorists, they were heavily armed with the two backpacks. They barged into the house of Deepak and the Prince, and they first checked the identity card, Aadhaar card, and then shot Prince. Prince was critically injured, and when Deepak came to the rescue of the Prince, Deepak was also shot down by the terrorist. He died at the spot, and then terrorists went to the other house. If Sarjivan can zoom out and show you the other house, that house is the next house where the terrorists went. There they killed a father and a son, Pritam Lal, and his son was killed by the terrorist, and then they marched to the third house that is almost at a 500 meters distance, where the terrorists barged and killed Satish, the sole breadwinner of this house. They killed him. So 5 people, they were totally killed in firing. Prince come to the injuries on 8th of January, 7 days after being shot at, and then on 2nd of January an IED blast took place. It is the same area right now where we are reporting. That day we were also here when that IED blast took place. At around 9:40 in the morning, that IED blast happened at that very place where Sarjivan is showing you. The IED blast happened, and 2 minors, Vansh and Samiksha, lost their life, and several others were injured, and 7 people lost their life in these twin terror attacks that have taken place. And the people, they are still in grief. The people want that the killings should be avenged, and avenged at an earliest. Those 2 perpetrators who are still at large needs to be neutralized at an earliest, and Union Home Ministry has taken it very seriously. The best of the equipments have been pressed into the counterinsurgency operations. The forces have been called in, not only from the national capital but also from the Kashmir Valley, to neutralize these 2 perpetrators who are still at large. Samiksha.
Gursimran, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So, Gursimran, they're reporting live from Rajouri. Same, in fact, the exact spot where the terror attack was reported a few days back. Of course, we'll continue to get you the latest as Amit Shah is currently in JNK reviewing the security situation in JNK. On that note, a quick roundup of news and brief from across the country. The Karnataka High Court has taken cognizance of the metro pillar collapse in Bengaluru, which led to death of Tejaswini and Vehan. The High Court has called for a response from concerned authorities on whether safety measures were adopted. 26-year-old Bajrang Dal worker was found dead in Natravati River in Karnataka's Dakshin Kannada district. The body, along with abandoned 2-wheeler, was found near the old bridge in the location. Meanwhile, the post-mortem has been conducted and a case has been registered in this case. As medical services took a major hit in Punjab, emergency ambulance employees went on a strike for 72 hours in protest against the Bhagwant Mann government. BJP's Manjinder Singh Sirsa sympathized with the people of Punjab and further said that if the state residents continue to vote for the same government, they will have no option but to witness such a situation in the state.
पंजाब में एम्बुलेंस सर्विसेज 108 एम्बुलेंस सर्विसेज बिल्कुल ठप पड़ी है, क्योंकि इसके एम्प्लॉयज़ जो हैं वो स्ट्राइक पर चले गए हैं। 72 घंटों से स्ट्राइक पे हैं, मरीज तड़प रहे हैं, हॉस्पिटल ले जाया नहीं जा पा रहा उनको, और किसी की कितने भी खतरे में जान क्यों ना हो, वो चाहे तड़प तड़प के मर जाए पर उसको एम्बुलेंस नहीं मिल रही। क्यों नहीं मिल रही? क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी ने सारा पैसा पंजाब से, पंजाब का पैसा उजाड़ा है गुजरात, गोवा, हिमाचल जाके। सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपया प्रचार में लगाया, सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपया जो पंजाब के हकों का था वो पंजाब से बाहर जाके उजाड़ा।
Days after Governor versus Tamil Nadu government face-off reached a flashpoint in Chennai, VCK staged massive protests in Chennai demanding the resignation of the governor. The protest took place over governor's speech in the assembly that omitted certain parts and names. Sources said that Prime Minister Modi held a meeting with economists at Niti Aayog. The Prime Minister sought the opinion and suggestions of the economists and will also assess the state of the Indian economy and its challenges ahead of the union budget. The Lingayat community called for massive dharna in front of Chief Minister's house in Haveri district in Karnataka. The Lingayat community is demanding higher reservation in government jobs and educational institutions. In a big development in the hit-and-run case, the MHA has directed that Delhi police must slap murder charges on the men accused in this case. The Ministry of Home Affairs has also given instructions to impose Section 302 on the accused. Shri Ram Sena Chief Pramod Muthalik made yet another provocative remark. Muthalik called for brandishing swords, further adding that mere chanting of slogans was not enough. A man sustained serious injuries after a bomb exploded in his house in Kerala's Kannur district. The incident took place at the victim's house near Thalassery. Further investigation into the incident is underway. Bombay High Court reserved the order on the writ petition filed by the Videocon Group Chairman Venugopal Dhoot challenging his arrest by the CBI in the Videocon ICICI bank loan case.
कि 2024 के पार्लियामेंट इलेक्शन की तैयारी आरएसएस के सर संचालक ने शुरू कर दिया और 2024 में दोबारा बीजेपी को इख्तिदार पर लाने के लिए आरएसएस के सर संचालक ने अपनी आरएसएस की एक मैगजीन ऑर्गेनाइजर में एक इंटरव्यू में बहुत सी बातें कही दी। निशाना मुसलमान थे और वो ये समझ रहे हैं कि निशाना मुसलमान को बनाकर वो भारत में दोबारा 2024 में बीजेपी को पार्लियामेंट में कामयाब करेंगे। मोहन भागवत ने अपने इंटरव्यू में कहा, क्या कहा था उन्होंने कि मुसलमानों को, भारत के मुसलमानों को अपने इस्लाम की बालादस्ती को छोड़ना है। Full 11 centuries have passed by since then. Islam has now a great claim on the soil of India as Hinduism has. यानी 1100 सदियां बीत गई हैं। जितना हक इस्लाम को इस भारत की सरजमीन पर है, उतना ही हक है जितना हमारे हिंदू भाइयों को है। मोहन भागवत ये किसने कहा था? क्या इस्लाम की बालादस्ती का दर्ज था जो कह रहा था कि 1100 साल से हमारे कारवान यहां पर आए, हमने अपने खजाने भारत को दिए, भारत में भी खजाने थे। जिस तरह गंगा और यमुना निकलकर संगम बनता है, किसने कहा ये बातें? मोहन भागवत। ये बातें तकरीर थी मौलाना अबुल कलाम आजाद की।
All right, moving on to the big news break coming in this hour from J&K, where we're given to understand that Home Minister Amit Shah is currently speaking to the family of the victims in Rajouri. Let's listen in and in fact, let's go across to Gursimran for the latest on that.
Home Minister Amit Shah is speaking to the family of the victims here in the Dangri village. He could not come here due to the inclement weather conditions that have prevailed in Jammu as well as in Rajouri. So right now, inside the senior officials, including the Divisional Commissioner of Jammu, is making themselves speak to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah via phone. So the families will be sharing their views with the Union Home Minister, their concerns with the Union Home Minister, and also the Union Home Minister will be putting forth what the steps the administration has taken to ensure that the terrorists don't succeed in their attempts, the nefarious attempts of the terror groups, not only to revive the terrorism in this portion of Jammu and Kashmir, but also to trigger the communal clash so that the people of one community can go against the other community. Those nefarious plots have been foiled as the people of Jammu and Kashmir have neglected the terrorism, totally coming out in support of the victims, saying that this Pakistani-sponsored terrorism is responsible for what has happened in the Dangri village of the Rajouri. Right now, Union Home Minister is speaking to the families of the victims, all the three families, those who lost their near and dear ones in this unfortunate attack. They have gathered here at the residence of Deepak Kumar and Prince, who lost their life in this unfortunate attack, and now they are speaking to the Union Home Minister. Senior official of the J&K government is making them speak to the Home Minister, and they are sharing their concerns with the Union government. Yes.
Also, if you can take us through those details that you're picking up, we are given to understand that Home Minister Amit Shah will also be addressing the media at around 4 p.m. Anything you're learning from your sources as to what could be expected in this briefing?
See, it's expected that the Union Home Minister will be putting forth the concrete steps that have been taken. See, it was on the second day that the Union Home Minister decided that the 18 companies of the CRPF will be rushed to Jammu, and that too will be with immediate effect. And you will find a visible deployment of the CRPF in the Rajouri district and the Poonch district now. And also, there have been more than 120 counter-terror operations that were launched since 1st January in the twin districts of Rajouri and Poonch to nab those perpetrators who are behind this. So the forces are very, very hopeful that in coming 1 to 2 days, they will be in a position to neutralize those two perpetrators who have carried out this act of terror. See, what was their modus operandi? These terrorists were not using any digital device, so no digital traces have been found, and that is something making it difficult for the forces to track down these terrorists. But yes, there is a manhunt that is going on, and the forces are hopeful to neutralize these terrorists in coming days. Yes.
Gursimran, thank you for the moment. So, Gursimran, they're reporting live from Rajouri, where the terror attack happened a few days back, and simultaneously, latest of course coming in that Home Minister Amit Shah is speaking to the family of the victims. He will be addressing a media at 4 p.m. So roughly in about 1.5 hours from now, we will be hearing Home Minister Amit Shah speak. Gursimran, thank you for the moment. Slipping into a very short break, but on the other side, we'll get you the latest from Joshimath as ISRO releases satellite images on Joshimath crisis, gives evidence of 5.2 centimeter land subsidence in just 12 days. And Pramod Muthalek gives call for arms, says slogans not enough, need to pick up swords.
Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Triat area of the Rajouri district. The incident has been reported on 11th of January, after which on 12th, that is yesterday, the Tehsildar wrote to the Superintendent of Police Rajouri as well as the other senior officials, and the complaint is according to the incident that has unfolded inside the premises of the Tehsildar office in the Triat area of Kalakot subdivision in the Rajouri district. Now, a notice has also been served to the accused, who has been identified as Muzaffar Hussain and who is a National Conference leader. Now 7 days time has been given to him to put his side, otherwise legal action will be initiated. While on the other hand, the accused is saying that he has not done anything such. The Tehsildar says that when he started recording the video, the protesters, those who were raising pro-Pakistan slogans, escaped from the spot, and now the investigation part will be done by the police. With Sarjeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Public Media Network.
Republic TV did a week-long investigation into the operations of the Khalistani movement here in Britain.
Armed struggle is the only way. Investing in armed struggle and destabilizing India, how they've been operating for the last 30 years.
Was in contact with 100 guys.
100 ISIS guys.
100 ISIS guys. Even I don't remember.
What was your route? Route option क्या था?
पहला था सीधा पूरा टर्की से वहाँ.
We don't preach journalism. We practice it.
Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Triat area of the Rajouri district. The incident has been reported on 11th of January, after which on 12th, that is yesterday, the Tehsildar wrote to the Superintendent of Police Rajouri as well as the other senior officials, and the complaint is according to the incident that has unfolded inside the premises of the Tehsildar office in the Triat area of Kalakot subdivision in the Rajouri district. Now, a notice has also been served to the accused, who has been identified as Muzaffar Hussain and who is a National Conference leader. Now 7 days time has been given to him to put his side, otherwise legal action will be initiated. While on the other hand, the accused is saying that he has not done anything such. The Tehsildar says that when he...
The biggest news.
10 मार्च के बाद बुलडोजर चलेगी कि नहीं चलेगी?
10 मार्च के बाद फिर विकास और पेशेवर माफिया और अपराधियों के ऊपर फिर से बुलडोजर अपना काम भी करना प्रारंभ कर देगा.
The biggest news makers.
The government is not going out of its way to correct any political messaging.
After a point, it is like you can convince a person who wants to listen and think. But if I've already made up my mind, no argument can convince them.
The biggest events.
Thanks for staying tuned to Republic. We are live and breaking. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Lots lined up for you in this edition. Straight up starting with the top headlines this Friday afternoon. Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Jammu likely to meet victims of terror in Rajouri. Big development in the Anjali death case. Delhi police to add murder charge in the Delhi hit and drag case. ISRO releases satellite images on Joshimath crisis, gives evidence of 5.4 centimeter land subsidence in just 12 days. Bomb explodes inside a house in Kerala's Kannur. Police suspect presence of more bombs. Pramod Muthali gives call for arms, says slogans not enough, need to pick up swords. Ahead of 2024 opening, Republic gets inside access to the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. All right, we start with the latest coming in from J&K, where we're given to understand Home Minister Amit Shah is speaking over a phone to the family of the victims of the Rajouri attack. Remember, Amit Shah is on a visit to J&K. Gursimran, of course, getting us those updates by the minute. Reporting live from Rajouri, where the attack was reported a few days back. The visuals there on your screens coming in right now of Home Minister Amit Shah after he arrived in J&K, and currently, in fact, Home Minister Amit Shah taking stock of the security situation in J&K. Gursimran continues to be with us, reporting live from Rajouri. Gursimran, take us through the latest that you're picking up. We're given to understand Home Minister Amit Shah is speaking to the family of the victims of Rajouri attack.
Yes, Home Minister Amit Shah spoke to the family a minute while. आपके सर मुझे ये बताइए कि जब बात हुई क्या बताया अमित शाह जी?
सर उन्होंने ये आश्वासन दिया कि वो यहाँ पर आएंगे और जो हमने उनको मांगे रखी हैं वो करेंगे। जहाँ तक
में क्या-क्या मांगे रखी गई आपकी तरफ से?
सर हमने अपनी तरफ से जो बच्चे हैं उनकी पढ़ाई का और जो उनको लगी है उसका जो खर्चा पानी है उन्होंने बोला कि हम करेंगे।
तो उन्होंने कहा है कि वो यहाँ पे आएंगे?
जी हाँ, उन्होंने बोला कि जैसे ही मेरे को मतलब नेक्स्ट टाइम जब भी टाइम लगेगा तब वो आएंगे यहाँ पे।
So these are the family members who said that the Union Home Minister have assured them that he will be coming to them, he will be visiting them, and every possible help will be provided to them. See, these are the family members of the 7 people who have lost their life. I'll request Sir Jeevan to show you the photos of those 7 people who have lost their life, sir, and also the senior officials of the Jammu and Kashmir police who were part of this team that took part. We have some of the more of the family members with us. We'll try to speak to them in a short while from now. Sir Jeevan is showing you the photos of the 7 people, those who have been killed in this unfortunate attack, starting from Deepak to Pritam Lal to Satish to Prince to Samiksha and to Vansh, the minor who have lost their life. We have family members with us. Sir, आपकी बात हुई यूनियन होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह से, क्या बात जो है वो शाह साहब ने आपको बताई है, क्या कहा गया है उनके द्वारा?
उन्होंने पूरे परिवार को सतावना दी है, 1 to 1 उन्होंने सबसे बात करी है और बड़ा दुख प्रकट किया है और परिवार से पूछा है कि उस दिन का हादसे का क्या हुआ। परिवार ने उनको एक एक करके बताया है और माननीय गृह मंत्री जी ने पूरे परिवार को, पूरे गांव को आश्वासन दिया है कि इस बुरे वक्त में जो सरकार है वो इस गांव वालों के पास खड़ी है, गांव वालों के साथ खड़ी है।
गांव वालों की तरफ से क्या मांगे जो है वो रखी गई थी?
गांव वालों की तरफ से मेन मांग यही है कि हमें सिक्योरिटी दी जाए, वीडीसी को स्ट्रेंथन किया जाए ताकि हम जो अपनी रक्षा है हम कर पाएँ, जैसे हमने 2000 के दौर में करी थी। इस डांगरी ने तब भी बंदूक उठाई थी और यहाँ से मिलिटेंटों को भगाया था।
आप लोग वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने खुद आतंकियों को अपने हाथों से मारा। शाह साहब ने यह भी कहा है कि वो जब अगला मौका मिलेगा यहाँ पर आएंगे।
वो कह रहे हैं कि मुझे जब भी मौका मिलेगा मैं दोबारा आऊँगा। यहाँ के लोग जांबाज लोग हैं, अगर इनके हाथ में अच्छा वेपन दिया जाए, हम 303 से लड़े हुए लोग हैं, अगर हमें अच्छा वेपन दिया जाए, जब जैसे कि SLR बांटना शुरू किया, अच्छा वेपन दिया जाए, हम मिलिटेंटों का मुंह तोड़ मुकाबला जो है करेंगे, क्योंकि हम लोग यहाँ के लोकल हैं, जानकार हैं, हम मिलिटेंसी से अच्छी तरह लड़ सकते हैं, हम मिलिटेंसी को अच्छी तरह यहाँ से जवाब दे सकते हैं। और हम इतने जांबाज लोग हैं, ना तो अपनी ज़मीन छोड़ेंगे ना अपनी जायदाद छोड़ेंगे। जहाँ भी मिलिटेंट मिलेगा वहाँ उसको घुस के उसकी छाती पे उसको जो हम मारेंगे।
कितनी देर तक आपकी बात हुई थी? कितनी देर बाद?
लगभग 15 से 20 मिनट उन्होंने बात करी है। सबसे आराम से उन्होंने एक से बात की और पूरे एक वाक्य को पूछा और अपनी तरफ से पूरी तरह उनको आश्वासन दिया है कि ये सरकार जो है उनके पीड़ित परिवारों के साथ है।
क्योंकि यहाँ पे 7 लोगों की शहादत हुई, क्या हर एक परिवारजन से अमित शाह ने अलग अलग बात की?
अलग अलग बात की है। जो लोग 2 पहले भी शहादत हुई थी अल्फा गेट में, उन लोगों से भी बात हुई है। सब लोगों से अलग अलग बात हुई है और पूरी तरह से बात हुई है और घर वाले पूरी तरह सेटिस्फाइड हैं कि उनकी गृह मंत्री जी से बात हुई। अब बदकिस्मती से वो यहाँ नहीं पहुँच पाए बैड वेदर की वजह से, तो नहीं तो वो यहाँ आते, इनके बीच बैठते, इनका गम बांटते, मगर उन्होंने टेलीफोन पे बात करके पूरे घर वालों को सांत्वना दी है।
उसके साथ साथ क्या अमित शाह से आप लोगों ने जो मांगे की, जैसे कहा कि आपने SLR प्रोवाइड की जाए, उस पर अमित शाह ने क्या कहा? हमने तो यही कहा जी, हमें बढ़िया से वेपन दिया जाए और इस वीडीसी को अच्छे से स्ट्रेंथन किया जाए, जैसे डोडा किश्तवाड़ में स्ट्रेंथन वीडीसी है, उस लेवल पे स्ट्रेंथन किया जाए। हम लोग लड़ना जानते हैं, हम मिलिटेंसी का मुंह तोड़ जवाब देंगे, हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं। राजौरी पुंछ के लोग लड़ना जानते हैं, ये जांबाज लोग हैं और देशभक्त लोग हैं, इनको मिलिटेंसी से डर नहीं लगता। इनके हाथ में सिर्फ अच्छा वेपन जो है वो होना चाहिए। तो मुझे ये बताइए कि अब आप संतुष्ट हैं, क्योंकि परिवार में काफ़ी ज़्यादा रोष था, आप लोग काफ़ी आक्रोशित थे। अब क्या आप लोग इससे संतुष्ट हैं कि देश के गृह मंत्री ने आप लोगों से बात की, वो आ नहीं पाए किसी का?
मैं कहूँगा कि हम संतुष्ट हैं, क्योंकि गृह मंत्री जी ने राजौरी आने की कोशिश करी बड़े छोटे से टाइम में। अब बदकिस्मती के बैड वेदर की वजह से वो राजौरी नहीं पहुँच पाए। इससे हमारा इलाका जो है संतुष्ट है कि इस बुरे वक्त में सरकार जो है वो हम लोगों के साथ खड़ी है। हम सरकार का धन्यवाद करते हैं।
ये वो लोग हैं, यहाँ के इस इलाके के लोग हैं जिन्होंने इस दर्द को सहा है, जिन्होंने अपने 7 परिवारजन जो हैं वो खोए हैं। लेकिन इनका भी ये कहना है कि केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह से बात करने के बाद ये लोग इस बात से संतुष्ट हैं कि गृह मंत्री ने इन्हें यह आश्वासन दिया है कि ये लोग अकेले नहीं हैं और सब परिवारजन जो हैं वो इनके पूरा देश इनके साथ खड़ा है। आपकी भी बात हुई वीडियो अमित शाह के साथ?
जी सर।
क्या उन्होंने बताया?
All right, to more news break coming in, a big one, this one from the national capital related to the Delhi hit and drag case. 11 Delhi police officers have been suspended. This, of course, in related to the Delhi hit and drag case, so big action that's been taken. 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended as an action after the Delhi hit and drag case was reported. All right, we'll try and go across to Aishwarya as well to get us more details. But also remember, the MHA had earlier directed the Delhi police to slap murder charges on the accused. And we also spoke, in fact, so we given to understand that the MHA has directed the Delhi police to slap murder charges on the accused. But of course, a big action that's been taken in the Delhi hit and drag case. 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended. Aishwarya Kapoor, executive editor for Politics, joins us for more on that. Aishwarya, take us through this big news break coming in, a big action there that's been taken as far as this case is concerned.
Well, absolutely. At this point in time, after the report of the Delhi police submitted about their lapses back to their parent organization, that is the Home Ministry has suggested swift action. If you remember, the Home Minister himself had called the special chief to enter act without fear and favor. So, 11 police officers, and I repeat, 11 police officers, which includes the DCP of the Rohini range, have been told to be suspended by the MHA to the Delhi police, back as a reply to that report which was submitted by the Delhi police in the Kanjhawala case. Because whatever lapses happened, how was there no presence of police, PCR, picketing, barricading on that 10 to 12 kilometer long road? So all of those points were taken into consideration, and after that, the Home Ministry, replying back to the report of the Delhi police, has clearly indicated that 11 police officers should be suspended, to which the Delhi police will be enacting upon. And these 11 police officers we have included, we will get the list as well, but includes a senior officer of a DCP level.
Yes, Aishwarya, stay with us. You know, when this incident was reported, we've been reporting on the ground since day one. Talk to us about those lapses which stand exposed, and how there are some serious questions that the Delhi police also need to answer. That how was there no security at any given point in time at those those hours when, especially during that time of the year, when we see people in an inebriated state when people celebrate New Year every year.
Amisha, first and foremost, that should not have been allowed. People driving in an inebriated situation, point number one. But as far as the lapses are concerned, 47 minutes that the body of that girl was dragged. No police presence, no picketing, no barricading, no beat police officers, no PCR, no first responders. So all of these lapses, there were around 8 to 9 lapses, which were indicated by the Delhi police itself. The Delhi police pointed out the lapses on their part back to the MHA, because the MHA took a very serious note of it. The Home Minister of the country directly called the special CP, said to act without fear and favor. And that's why we are being told. The senior police officials, including that of 11, have been told that they should be suspended with immediate effect. And it's a very, very serious and a strong action which is being taken by the Delhi police in this regard. And it's important also. Because no presence of police officers on a stretch of 10 to 12 kilometers. For 47 minutes, the body was being dragged, and no constable, no beat constable, no picketing, no barricading. And the Delhi police claimed that there were around thousands of police officers on ground that day, that night. So this does not match. The claims of the Delhi police did not match what happened that night. So very clearly, the Delhi police had to accept their fault in the report which they had submitted back to the MHA. And now MHA clearly suggesting that you act and act now even against those of your in your department. And we are being told that 11 police officers, including that of a DSP, have been told to be suspended with immediate effect.
Absolutely. So that action that's been taken after that laxity that stands exposed on part of the Delhi police. Aishwarya, stay with us. Also talk to us about any more measures that we can expect in the coming days as far as MHA cracking the whip on the Delhi police and taking strong action when it comes to making sure that there is ample security on these roads. All right, we'll try and connect with Aishwarya again, but a big action that's been taken, of course, this after MHA sought a report and, in fact, said that there needs to be an action taken. Latest, of course, coming in that 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended after the MHA cracked the whip. In fact, the MHA has also asked that there should be murder charge that should be slapped against the accused in this case. Remember, just to take our viewers a recap of what really happened on that unfortunate night on January 1st, in which Anjali was dragged for 47 minutes. In that particular, she hung there from that axle of that car for nearly 47 minutes. And the laxity and inaction on part of the Delhi police that also stands exposed. And the lapses also. Piyush Ori reporting live and getting us more details on that. Piyush, that's a big step that's been taken. 11 police officers who've been suspended. What more action can we expect next on part of the MHA?
So that's a very big step indeed, Samiksha, which has been taken on the Delhi police officials, these errant police officials, which actually, if we would have done their job well, perhaps Anjali could have been saved. So yes, these 11 police officers, as what we have been told, were either deployed in the PCR unit or at the pickets units, which were functioning at that point of time on the fateful night when Anjali lost her life. Now, these 11 police officials have been suspended, and now it is going to be interesting to see from here on that what further action is the Delhi police going to take from here, because ever since this incident has happened, the Delhi police has been receiving a lot of criticism for...
All right, moving on to other news coming in, the other news break coming in, this one from J&K. The first visuals coming in right now of Home Minister Amit Shah chairing a high-level security meet in J&K as we speak. Remember, just a short while back, the Home Minister Amit Shah also spoke. In fact, he spoke over phone to the family of the victim of the Rajouri attack. He was, of course, scheduled to go and visit the family, but because of inclement weather conditions, the Home Minister could not visit the family of the victims of the Rajouri attack. But Home Minister there in J&K taking stock of the security situation. We are also given to understand that it would be around 4 p.m. that Home Minister Amit Shah would also be briefing the media over the security situation in J&K. So those are the first visuals right now coming in of Home Minister Amit Shah, who's sharing that high-level security meet. We're given to understand that senior officials who are present part of this meeting, which is taking place in J&K as we speak. Gursimran joining us live for more details on that. Gursimran, take us to the latest. You're picking up the visuals on our screens, of course, of Home Minister Amit Shah holding that key security meet.
Yes, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is holding a key security meeting, and the meeting is being held at the Raj Bhavan in Jammu, in which the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, along with the Director General of Police, Dilbag Singh, ADG Home Secretary R.K. Goyal, ADG Jammu and Kashmir Zone, Mukesh Singh and Vijay Kumar, top brass of the Border Security Force, including the IGBSF Jammu Frontier, D.K. Bura, CRPF IGP Ranpise, along with other senior officials from the RAW, NIA, IB and other intelligence agencies. They all are present in the meeting, and this meeting, threadbare discussion is going on the various parameters, the security apparatus that needs to be set in order to prevent what has happened, what actually transpired in the Dangri village of the Rajouri, and also the security lapse that has taken place that led to the ID blast on the second day. So everything will be thoroughly discussed, and a detailed plan of the security forces to neutralize the two perpetrators, which has been the demand of the family of the victims, also those who lost their 7 near and dear ones in this unfateful incident, unfateful terror attack, twin terror attack that have taken place. A strategy will be charted out to neutralize those two terrorists, as over 120 operations, counter-terror operations, have already been launched in the twin districts of Jammu and Rajouri.
Yes, good Simran, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. For now, moving on to another big news break we are getting in from the national capital. All right, to the big news break that came in on the Delhi hit and drag case, where 11 Delhi officers, police officers who've been suspended on the orders of the MHA. Remember, a report was sought by the MHA in the Delhi hit and drag case. We are also given to understand that of the 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended, a DCP is also one of those to have been suspended on the directions of the Ministry of Home Affairs. We have Piyush Mishra also joining us for the latest on that. Piyush, if you could give us more details on, the rank of these Delhi police officers who've been suspended as part of action after the Delhi hit and drag case was reported. All right, we seem to have lost that connection with Piyush Mishra. We'll try connecting with him again. But the big news break coming in this hour, that action has been taken by the MHA on those police officers who were not on duty, and how their laxity was also a question that was being raised after this incident was reported. So 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended upon the directions of the MHA. This is in relation to the Delhi hit and drag case. Piyush Mishra, in fact, is joining us live. Piyush, if you can take us through the details you're picking up on those 11 Delhi police officers who've been suspended after that unfortunate incident in which Anjali lost her life. She was, of course, dragged for 47 kilometers. Take us through that horrific night and the action, of course, that's been taken by the MHA.
Well, certainly, Samiksha, that's the information which we are right now receiving. Remember that yesterday a report was submitted by Shalini Singh. Remember that she was handed over the entire probe, and she, after looking into all the details and also analyzing each and every aspect, has submitted a report to Ministry of Home Affairs. After that report was submitted to MHA, now what we are learning is that MHA had directed Delhi police to take strong action against the errant police officers who were indulged in not fulfilling their duty, and also MHA had asked the Delhi police to take strong disciplinary actions against them. What we're now given to understand is that around 11 officers have now been suspended, and that was the recommendation which was given by Ministry of Home Affairs. You would also remember that on the very first day when this incident had surfaced, Home Minister Amit Shah had intervened in this, and he had directed a top cop to take over the entire probe. Soon after that, we also saw as to how multiple CCTV footages came out, and the investigation ramped up after the MHA intervened. After the report on the entire incident was submitted to Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA had directed that not only the errant police officers should be suspended, but also if there are some supervisory police officers are found to be not following their duty on that fateful night, they should also be taken to the task. In fact, what we are also learning from our top sources within the MHA, that Delhi police likely to add 302, which means they are going to, most likely they are going to add murder charges also against all the accused who were caught by Delhi police. So multiple developments have taken place. As far as this development is concerned, what we are learning is that 11 police officers have now been suspended. More are yet to be taken to task. This is what sources are suggesting. But for the very first time, we are seeing as to how MHA taking a very strong opinion. In fact, now if you talk about this entire incident, remember that that on 31st of December, this incident was reported to Delhi police at around, according to Delhi police, they received a call around 3 a.m. But before that, multiple calls were already made, but PCR did not respond. In this entire incident, multiple things have come out, which is suggesting as to how there was a dereliction of duty at the part of Delhi police. And now looking at that, Delhi police, after the recommendations of Ministry of Home Affairs, has cracked the whip on 11 police officers. In fact, they are going to add more stringent charges in the FIR, and updated FIR can also come in coming few days. But the big development which you are picking is that 11 police officers have been suspended, and if we talk about this case, it continues to be investigated by Delhi police. Multiple angles have surfaced. Remember that 7 accused were arrested by Delhi police. One of them has got bail. Another had also tried, whose bail was rejected. But Delhi police is saying that it is still investigating the case, and very soon charge sheet can also be filed in this case. Samiksha.
Yes, Piyush, of course, thank you for the moment. Stay with us. And you know, while that action is just one part of it, the question we are also asking is whether there is enough security now in the national capital in the late night hours. But stay with us. Let's also listen in to that exclusive conversation we had with the victim's mother on what action has been taken and the kind of issues that were exactly raised by her in that conversation.
अंजलि की मां हैं, ये बताइए कि आप लोग शुरुआती दौर से ही चाहते थे कि इसमें धारा 302 जोड़ी जाए। आपने थाने के बाहर प्रदर्शन भी किया था, रात भर आप लोग बैठे हुए थे थाने के बाहर। अब ऐसी बात निकलकर सामने आ रही है कि इसमें धारा 302 जोड़ी जा सकती है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
302 धारा लगनी चाहिए, उन लोगों को फांसी होनी चाहिए, तो यही कहना चाहूंगी। मेरी बेटी को इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए।
अब दिल्ली पुलिस जो है, शालिनी सिंह जो जांच कर रही थी, उसमें दिल्ली पुलिस के जितने वो अधिकारी जो उस वक्त ड्यूटी पर थे, उनको निलंबित करने की भी जो है बात निकलकर सामने आ रही है। इस पर क्या कहना है आपका? उनको निलंबित किया जाए, क्योंकि अगर उन्होंने उस रात ड्यूटी ढंग से करी होती तो हमारी अंजलि हमारे बीच नहीं, ऐसे नहीं वो होता, रोडों पे इतना गंदा नहीं हुआ होता अगर उन्होंने ढंग से ड्यूटी करी होती। पुलिस वालों ने, उनकी ही गलती है जो इतना बड़ा हादसा रोड पे हो गया। अच्छा, ये बताइए कि परिवार शुरुआती दौर से ही कह रहा था कि मोटिव जो है वो साफ नजर आ रहा है, क्योंकि जब जो आरोपी हैं उन्होंने ये एक्सेप्ट किया था कि उनको पता था कि गाड़ी के नीचे अंजलि है, फिर जो है दिल्ली पुलिस धारा नहीं जोड़ पा रही थी। इस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
पता नहीं, पुलिस वाले कह रहे थे मोटिव नहीं है, और जो कि गुनाहगारों ने खुद ने कबूल कर लिया है कि हाँ हमें पता था कि गाड़ी के नीचे कुछ है और लड़की है, और हम फिर भी गाड़ी चलाते गए और उन्होंने गाड़ी नहीं रोकी।
लेकिन अब इसमें धारा 302 जोड़ा जा सकता है, और जिसके बाद जो है वो हत्या के हिसाब से पूरा मामला जो है वो आगे बढ़ेगा।
हाँ, वो तो जुड़ेगा ही, क्योंकि उन्होंने मर्डर करा है तो करा है, इसलिए उन्हों पे 302 की धारा लगनी चाहिए।
चलिए, बहुत शुक्रिया बातचीत करने के लिए। तो हमारे साथ अंजलि की मां थी, जिनका शुरुआती दौर से ही कहना था कि उनकी बेटी की हत्या की गई है और 302 के धारा के हिसाब से पूरे मामले को रजिस्टर करना चाहिए। वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट संतोष के साथ विशाल पांडे, रिपब्लिक भारत, दिल्ली।
All right, we'll continue to track all the latest on that. For now, a quick break. Lots coming up on the other side. Bomb explodes inside a house in Kerala's Kannur. Police suspect presence of more bombs.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का।
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
Republic TV did a week-long investigation into the operations of the Khalistani movement here in Britain.
Armed struggle is the only way. Investing in armed struggle and destabilizing India, how they've been operating for the last 30 years.
Was in contact with 100 guys.
100 ISIS guys.
100 ISIS guys. Even I don't remember.
What was your route? Route option क्या था?
पहला था सीधा पूरा टर्की से वहाँ।
don't preach journalism. We practice it.
Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Triat area of the Rajouri district. The incident has been reported on 11th of January, after which on 12th, that is yesterday, the Tehsildar wrote to the Superintendent of Police Rajouri as well as the other senior officials, and the complaint is according to the incident that has unfolded inside the premises of the Tehsildar office in the Triat area of Kalakot subdivision in the Rajouri district. Now, a notice has also been served to the accused, who has been identified as Muzaffar Hussain and who is a National Conference leader. Now 7 days time has been given to him.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Republic TV did a week-long investigation into the operations of the Khalistani movement here in Britain.
Armed struggle is the only way. Investing in armed struggle and destabilizing India, how they've been operating for the last 30 years.
Was in contact with 100 guys.
100 ISIS guys.
100 ISIS guys. Even I don't remember.
What was your route? Route option क्या था?
पहला था सीधा पूरा टर्की से वहाँ.
We don't preach journalism. We practice it.
Pro-Pakistan slogans were raised in the Triat area of the Rajouri district. The incident has been reported on 11th of January, after which on 12th, that is yesterday, the Tehsildar wrote to the Superintendent of Police Rajouri as well as the other senior officials, and the complaint is according to the incident that has unfolded inside the premises of the Tehsildar office in the Triat area of Kalakot subdivision in the Rajouri district. Now, a notice has also been served to the accused, who has been identified as Muzaffar Hussain and who is a National Conference leader. Now 7 days time has been given to him to put his side, otherwise legal action will be initiated. While on the other hand, the accused is saying that he has not done anything such. The Tehsildar says that when he started recording the video, the protesters, those who were raising pro-Pakistan slogans, escaped from the spot, and now the investigation part will be done by the police. With Sarjeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Public Media Network.
இத்திட்டத்தை நிறைவேற்றி தருவதற்கு made it clear that what has happened in the last 12 days. And as we are reporting on the ground, let me tell you the situation is getting more than worse, because it is shifting now, and that is why the main focus of the government and the state authorities and the state government and the central government was to evacuate the people. Let me tell you, this is 723 family nearby almost, who has been already evacuated at this point in time. I'm reporting from the ground. Let me tell you that these all are the places which is one of the most affected area, and the people from there has been already evacuated. We have seen the shelter homes, we have seen the areas where these people has been taken. There are hotels which has been acquired.
All right, viewers, getting some breaking updates. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Jammu, where he chaired a security meeting and later dialed the families, the victims of terror, assuring them the terrorists will be neutralized. He will go ahead, visit them next time. All right, viewers, so getting this breaking update coming in, where Amit Shah is assuring the families that the terrorists will be neutralized. Remember that Amit Shah is in Jammu right now, and he was due to meet the affected families of the Rajouri twin terror attacks which happened in the upper Dangari village on the outskirts of Rajouri town. Remember that a lot of people lost their lives, including 2 small children, and many were injured. And due to some bad weather conditions, Amit Shah's Rajouri visit was put on hold. But we're getting to learn some more breaking updates where he just a short while back chaired a security meeting and later dialed the families of the victims of terror and told them that those people, those terrorists who were the ones who opened fire, who were the ones who led to the deaths of several people, they will be neutralized and he will visit them next time. Let's go ahead, viewers, to our regular programming of Superfast 50. Viewers, Republic got inside access to Ram Mandir where the construction work is underway and is in full swing. Remember, Ram Mandir will be inaugurated by January 1st, 2024. Shri Rama Sena Chief Pramod Mutalik made yet another controversial statement. Mutalik called for brandishing of swords. He further said that more just chanting of slogans was not enough. Situation in Punjab has become worrisome as emergency ambulances and employees have gone on strike since the last 72 hours and 325 ambulances are not operational for the second day. The strike was called to protest against Punjab government. The employees have been demanding jobs in Punjab government and satisfactory remuneration for their services. Meanwhile, as medical services take a major hit in Punjab due to the protests against Bhagwant Mann government, BJP hits out at Punjab government saying that it has failed to work for its people.
Then farmers, now 108 Ambulance Employees Association workers have gone on strike over long pending demands. Every section and segment of society is unhappy in Punjab because of the Aam Aadmi Party government's failure, its lack of ability to keep promises, and its constant U-turns. These are long pending basic demands that should have been fulfilled.
As medical services take a major hit in Punjab's emergency ambulances, now employees have gone on strike for 72 hours in protest against Punjab government. BJP's Manjinder Singh Sirsa sympathized with the people of Punjab and further said that if the Punjab residents continue to vote for jokers, they will have no option but to witness circus in the state.
पंजाब में एम्बुलेंस सर्विसेज 108 एम्बुलेंस सर्विसेज बिल्कुल ठप पड़ी है क्योंकि इसके एम्प्लॉइज जो हैं वो स्ट्राइक पर चले गए हैं। 72 घंटों से स्ट्राइक पे हैं, मरीज तड़प रहे हैं, हॉस्पिटल ले जाया नहीं जा पा रहा उनको, और किसी की कितने भी खतरे में जान क्यों ना हो, वो चाहे तड़प तड़प के मर जाए पर उसको एम्बुलेंस नहीं मिल रही। क्यों नहीं मिल रही? क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी ने सारा पैसा पंजाब से, पंजाब का पैसा उजाड़ा है गुजरात, गोवा, हिमाचल जाके। सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपया प्रचार में लगाया, सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपया जो पंजाब के हकों का था वो पंजाब से बाहर जाके उजाड़ा।
Sources say that the Enforcement Directorate has conducted raids in Chattisgarh in connection with the prevention of money laundering case pertaining to illegal commission on the coal sale by state government officials. Now, Soumya Chaurasia, the Deputy Secretary to Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, and IAS Samir Bishnoi and others are under the lens in the matter. In a big development in Delhi hit and drag case, 5 accused in the Kanjhawala case have been now booked under Section 302. 11 Delhi police officers have been suspended. Meanwhile, victim Anjali's mother reiterated her claim that her daughter was murdered and further said that the family was satisfied with the probe. PM Modi flagged down.
निलंबित किया जाए क्योंकि अगर उन्होंने उस रात ड्यूटी ढंग से करी होती तो हमारी अंजलि
PM Modi flagged off the world's longest river cruise, MV Ganga Vilas, in Varanasi via video link and inaugurated and laid foundation stones for several other projects. World's longest river cruise, Ganga Vilas, is the first ever cruise vessel to be made in India.
नदी जल यात्रा गंगा विलास क्रूज का शुभारंभ हुआ है। इससे पूर्वी भारत के अनेक पर्यटक स्थल वर्ल्ड टूरिज्म मैप में और प्रमुखता से आने वाले हैं.
Inaugurating the longest cruise, PM Modi said that the cruise will prove to be a big boost to the trade and tourism sector in Varanasi, as well as the entire nation. Prime Minister also said that this will provide new employment opportunities.
ये गंगा विलास क्रूज इस अर्थ गंगा में उसके एक अभियान को नई ताकत देगा. उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, असम, पश्चिम बंगाल और बांग्लादेश की यात्रा के दौरान ये क्रूज हर तरह की सुविधा मुहैया कराएगा.
Karnataka High Court has taken cognizance of the metro pillar collapse in Bengaluru, which led to the death of Tejaswini and Vihan. High Court has sought for a response from the concerned authorities on whether the safety measures were adopted. Days after a 30-year-old mother and a 2.5-year-old son lost their lives after a metro pillar collapse in Bengaluru, engineers from IIT arrived at a metro pillar accident site to assist the police to analyze and assess reasons behind the accident. IIT engineers study various possible reasons behind the accident, like quality of material used for construction, lapses on part of personnel involved in planning and construction work, and others. As anger over civic apathy in Bengaluru grows, pro-Kannada organizations activists staged protests against BMRCL's substandard work in the city. The activists had reached Shantinagar BMRCL office to submit the memorandum to BMRCL MD, and as MD did not come out to meet the protesters, angry protesters barged inside the office and allegedly damaged the sofa in the office. Meanwhile, BMRCL Workers Union VP spoke exclusively to Republic TV, expressing anger over the existing civic apathy in the city. BMRCL Workers Union VP demanded resignation of BMRCL MD Anjum Parvez. 26-year-old Bajrang Dal worker Rajesh Pujari was found dead in a river called Netravati in Karnataka's Dakshina Kannada district. The body, along with the abandoned two-wheeler, was found near the old bridge. Post-mortem has been conducted and a case has been registered at the police station. Days after Governor versus Tamil Nadu government face-off reached a flashpoint in Chennai, VCK has now staged a massive protest in Chennai demanding resignation of R.N. Ravi as a governor of Tamil Nadu. The protest took place over the governor's speech in the assembly that omitted certain parts and names. Sources said that the Prime Minister Modi held a meeting with economists at Niti Aayog. PM sought the opinions and suggestions of the economists and will also assess the state of the Indian economy and its challenges ahead of the union budget. The Lingayat community called for a massive dharna in front of the Chief Minister's house in Karnataka. The Lingayat community is demanding higher reservations in government jobs and educational institutions. A man sustained serious injuries after a bomb exploded in his house in Kerala's Kannur district. The incident took place at the victim's house near an area called and in fact the further investigation also into the incident is right now underway. Bombay High Court reserved the order on the writ petition filed by Videocon Group Chairman Venugopal Dhoot, challenging his arrest by CBI in the Videocon ICCI bank loan case. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Jammu, where he chaired a security meeting and later dialed the families of victims of the terror, assuring them the terrorists will be neutralized. He will visit them next time as well. Shocking incident that was caught on tape in the Khatima. This happened in Khatima, Uttarakhand. The police constable dragged an elderly man, severely thrashed him. A protest that broke out after the incident as the residents of the area sat on a dharna in the police station premises demanding strict action against the accused. Train on the Baramulla Banihal section derailed from the railway track in central Kashmir's Badgaon district. While no casualties were reported in the incident, the derailment was accidental and further details are now being ascertained through the probe. As per the latest ISRO report, between 27 December and 8th January, a rapid subsidence event was triggered in Joshimath in Uttarakhand.
Region has now subsided around a couple of centimeters within a span of just 12 days, and the aerial extent of the subsidence also increased. However, it's confined to the central part of Joshimath town. The POK is staring at a famine after unprecedented food crisis started in the area due to the failed Pakistani policy. The crisis has now spiraled out of control. Stores and grocery shops are running out of kitchen staples. Rehearsals for Republic Day parade underway at Kartavya Path in New Delhi. Jawans from various battalions began the rehearsals for Republic Day in the capital this week. The 74th Republic Day parade, scheduled for January 26th, will be attended by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Ahead of the Sankranti festival, a new controversy erupted after Hyderabad City Police issued a notification implementing regulation and restriction over flying of kites, citing the prevention of untoward incidents around the festival. BJP has hit out at the government asking if they will put restrictions on the colours of Rangoli too. 10 people after a bus carrying Sai Baba devotees collided with a truck on highway near in Nashik. Several others were injured in the accident who have now been admitted to the hospital for further case. Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar wrote a fresh letter to Delhi SG alleging he was severely threatened and harassed by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Satyendra Jain through the jail administration and their loyal jail staff. Meanwhile, PM Modi also inaugurated Maritime Skill Development Centre for Northeast at Guwahati in Assam and laid foundation stones for a ship repair facility and an elevated road at the Pandu terminal via video conference. Lisa Mary Presley and singer Elvis' only daughter and a dedicated keeper of her father's legacy has died after being hospitalized for a medical emergency. She was just 54. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, the country's opposition, as well as international sanctions on the nation during an annual accountability speech. Maduro told lawmakers in the National Assembly that the biggest robbery that has been done in this land since Spanish conquest. A giant swirling storm system blowing across the south killed at least 6 people on Thursday in central Alabama. Authorities say that this spawned a tornado that shredded the walls of homes, toppled roofs, uprooted trees as well. 16-year-old who was shot during a protest in the southern Peruvian region the death toll has risen there actually to 49 in more than a month of unrest following the ouster of President Pedro Castillo. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese continued its trip to Papua New Guinea with a visit to an army area in the northern coast of the country. Now, Albanese received a traditional welcome as he arrived before laying a wreath at the resting place of Michael Somare, the country's first leader after independence in 1975. Residents of the city in Ukraine's Donetsk region continues to live in the bitterly cold basements of damaged buildings to hide from daily shelling. There is no electricity, water or gas in the city. Some residents are even using stoves to stay warm. The US called on the UN Security Council to hold Russia accountable over its invasion of Ukraine. The council met in New York on strengthening the rule of law, presided over by Japan's foreign minister Yoshimasa Hayashi, sparking clashes, especially over the war in Ukraine between Russia and Western supporters of the Ukrainian government. Meanwhile, about 200 Ukrainian military personnel who were to be trained in Spain were greeted by Spanish Defense Minister Margarita Robles at Madrid. Most of the personnel were in fact mobilized civilians with no previous military experience, expected to participate in a basic combat training module in the nearby city of Toledo. Mayor of Mexico City announced that 6,000 National Guard officers would be posted in the city subway system after a series of accidents that officials suggest could be due to sabotage. Meanwhile, some of the technology at the control center appeared to be 1970s era analog equipment. Subway workers have alleged that they have complained for years of underfunding. Expressing concern over current developments in Afghanistan, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation has called on the Taliban to reconsider their decisions to ban women from working for NGOs. The organization said that the ban was against the actual teachings of Islam. Viewers, it's time for sports action. The 15th edition of the FIH Hockey World Cup at Bhubaneswar's Stadium and Rourkela's brand new Birsa Munda International Hockey Stadium begins today. The Odisha has gone ahead and spent over 1,000 crores for developing these stadiums, enhancing the cities for the marquee event. 16-team tournament will be played on the distinctive blue turf.